Hello everyone, welcome to another fun tutorial for the Through the Craft Room Door magazine. Today we'd be creating an album for which we're using the Kaisercraft Bombay Sunset collection. So we're using the entire coordinated collection for this project. To begin with, choose pattern papers and trim them down to 6 inches by 12 inches. Now these are double-sided pattern papers and we'll be using both the sides for our pages. Now next, score one of each pattern on the 12-inch side at 6 inches and save the remaining halves for later. Do this to all the pieces that you've chosen. Fold along the score lines and these will form our page units. Initially, we thought of stacking the pages inside each other, but later you'll see that we change our mind. Next, we're going to be using our Crop-a-dile and punching holes. So punch holes 1 inch from the top and bottom at the middle of the score line on each of these page units that we've just created. To decorate, use the remaining halves that you saved up and cut down smaller strips of paper, different sizes and different patterns. We'll also be using these sticker elements and fussy cutting some elements from the pattern paper. Apart from that, we're also going to be using some black ink and some Kaisercraft stamps for background stamping and some dies to die cut certain elements for our layering. Now we're going to be showing you the assembly of a single page unit. So we've already decided what pattern papers to use for each page and clipped them together. This just makes things really easy when you're working on such a project. So begin with using some double-sided tape and sticking down these smaller strips of paper onto each page unit. This is a very random arrangement. With that done now, go in with some black stamping just for added interest and texture to that background. Once that's complete, pick out elements that you've prepped up for the layering and play around with your arrangement. Once you're happy with the way it looks, just glue it all down with some tacky glue. So that way you can complete the 4 sides of the pages. Later, as we show you the different pages we've created, we've left a few pages blank and just used a single focal element to create certain pockets. Here's a look at a few pages, and here you'll notice that we decided to stack each page unit one below the other. Next, we're going to create a few envelopes using the 123 punch board. So choose papers size 9/3 inches into 9/3 inches and place the paper on the board at the left side on 4¾ inches, punch and then score on the right first line at A. So rotate and do this on all four sides, giving us nice flaps for the envelope. Since we were experimenting, our envelopes are varied sizes, but you can just have a single size for all the envelopes. Next, we decided to keep our envelopes open, so we're just going to trim one flap on all the envelopes. Now we're just deciding if we want to have the opening on the top or on the side, and for this project having the opening on the top looks good. So next, now we need to punch holes on the envelope as well. So on the left side, keeping the opening on the top, punch 2 holes 1 inch from the top and bottom right in the middle of the score line. Next, cut some white string or any colored string at about 24 inches for each page and envelope. Over here, we're going to be coloring our string, so we're using Lindy sprays, Hibiscus rose and Lucky Shamrock green and just spritzing the strings with these sprays. Once dry, string each page by inserting the string from the inside and letting it hang loose on the outside. Do the same for the envelopes, and once the string is in, glue the other 3 flaps of the envelopes to shut them. Now for the cover of our album, cut 2 chipboard pieces at 6¾ inches into 6¾ inches, and for the spine, use a cardstock piece at 8¼ inches by 6 and 5/8 inches. Now first score right at the center, which would be at 4/1/8 inch, and then score at every ½ inch interval on both the sides of the center. Now glue the 2 sides together right at the middle, and this will give us a nice thick spine. The score lines later will help us give it a nice curve and not tear our cardstock. Cut pattern paper at 2 inches by 6/3 inches to mat the spine right in the center, and use some double-sided tape to stick it. For the covers, cut pattern paper at 6 inches into 6 inches both inside and outside. So using some double-sided tape, mat the spine. Add some tape to either sides of the pattern paper on the spine and adhere the covers onto the spine. Burnish well and just flex along the spine and manipulate it for the album to open and close. Now punch 2 holes 1 inch from the top and bottom in the right at the middle of the spine. So flexing further just so that our album nicely opens and closes. For the closure, we're using some ribbon. So cut ribbon pieces and glue them down right at the middle on the insides of both the front and back cover. So complete the matting of the outside covers using double-sided tape. Next, now string each page and envelope unit by passing the string through the spine and tying it outside. So this later will give us a nice cluster of tassels. So here we've alternated the page with an envelope. And that's a look at a few pages. Now for the inside covers, use pattern paper at 6 by 6 inches as the base and cut another pattern paper 2.5 inches by 7 inches for a pocket. Now score on the 7-inch side at 1/2 inch and 6.5 inch to form flaps and just glue them down onto our base pattern paper. With that done, now you can glue down the base pattern paper and add it to the insides of our covers. We're decorating our pockets with a sentiment from the paper pack and just gluing it down onto our pocket. So that's now a look at the completed album with all the colors popping up, the elements. Love how these tassels look, calling them tassels now, although they're just the strings and only colored with the Lindy sprays as shown earlier. So that cluster really looks good there against the pink and the vibrant orange, the fuchsia and the orange. So on our cover page, all we did was picked out the die cut elements, a chippy, and just added some phrases onto some pattern paper and mounted all of this with foam tape. So that completed the cover, and on the back we added some of the stickers from the sticker sheet. So that is a look at that, and let's flip through the album completely now inside. So that's the first page unit, and there's room for some cards, some photos and everything. And as you know, every page that was decorated itself just has some elements with some phrase, some quote, something just to tell a story, and in between then we have pockets and envelopes for the photos and other things. So that's the first page unit. That's the envelope. So we've just inserted one of our pocket cards over there, and again decorated the envelopes with the die cut elements that we cut, the collectibles from the paper pack, some stickers. Added another pocket page card here and just tuck it down at the bottom, so then that also makes a pocket to slide things down. So this is the page with the mandala working as a pocket, so room for more pictures. That's the inside, and another back pocket. Now over here, this particular page, we just added a sticker with the leaves, and this is going to be a good space for another small photo. So that's the inside of it. Here we've added our mini envelope and again decorated with the stickers. So those are our insides, and you can clearly see that the elements are same, just 3 or 4 pieces of pattern paper, some die cut, fussy cut elements, chipboard, stickers, and that's about it. So on this envelope we just added this from the paper. So most Kaisercraft papers come with this strip at the bottom, and they have a quote written on them, like this one is a decorative strip. So just cut that down into pieces and stuck it down there, and used a black Uniball pen to outline it. So here again a pocket card, so that makes a nice pocket there. And then that's our next page unit. So over here, since this design was already there, just added this cute tag and a sticker. Again another pocket card. So that's the inside. That's the last envelope and our last. So this page unit, because the paper itself had something really nice, we have this triangular pocket in here. Just added some stickers and another sticker here to complete it. So that simple look really works because you can always then stick a picture here as well. So that is our last unit. Again, mandala working as a pocket, just added a sticker. That's the inside, and the same thing done on the back, and that's another pocket on the last page. So that's a look at the complete album. We really hope you've enjoyed the tutorial, and we look forward to seeing your version of the album. So do share your creations with us on social media. Tag us at on Instagram at addy.mahajan. Use the hashtag dots2lines or hashtag DTL. All our links are in the description box below, so in case you like to follow us or get in touch with us, we'd really love to hear from you. So until our next tutorial, take care and bye-bye.